Hey guys, welcome back to My ML Tech. Today we're going to be going over a piece of equipment that I use. In my last video, a few people had asked, hey, how do you make your stencils? There are a few different ways that you can do this. Some people get sticker paper or masking tape and a razor knife and just kind of cut out a design. It's very time consuming, but it can be done and it can work. But what I prefer to use is a vinyl cutter and vinyl sheets. Now, one of the reasons that I use vinyl is it leaves very clean lines. You don't get paint bleeding through. And it's just kind of neat. And with the cutter, you can do some more intricate designs because you're not sitting there by hand with an X-Acto knife, cutting and cutting and cutting. The hardest part about it after you get the design into the software is, peeling the pieces out and figuring out how you're going to get the sticker to look once you apply it. And that's not even all that bad. So we're going to be going over what I use, and right now I use this Silhouette Cameo 3. It's pretty nice. I'll get a little close up here in a second and we'll go over it. Software is pretty easy to use. We're going to go through that also. I'm going to show you some of the other tools that came with this, and we're going to kind of go from there. Hope you enjoy. Alright guys, so this is my Silhouette vinyl cutter. So I like this thing. It looks basically like a printer, an old school printer. But anyways, this top will flip up. What you're going to have here is you're going to have your cutting blades. This one adjusts automatically. Some of these cutters, when you get them, they don't adjust. They have a manual depth for the blade. The depth is important because it can be set to whatever you're cutting, whether it's vinyl or different things that you can cut with these. This also came with this little squeegee. This is somewhat useful when sometimes your vinyl will bubble. You can kind of smooth it out. You can use this for that. That's kind of cool. This thing also comes with, it's got a tray, so you can hold some of your tools in it. In this one here, this is an actual cutter. You can run it along the vinyl, cut the sheets. Also have this other tool for it's like a hook to help you kind of pick the stickers a little bit. We'll show you that. And that's about it. It's got a little screen over here. It'll give you your updates and stuff, and it'll have it's a touch screen, so you'll see that's how you'll access your options and things like that once it's plugged in. So in a nutshell, that's the Cameo 3. So how your vinyl comes is the vinyl that came with this is a roll. This will probably be the last time I use rolls of vinyl. You can, for a pretty good price, about 20 bucks or less, actually buy 12 by 12 sheets of vinyl, which is probably what I'm going to end up going with. The reason being, you have a cut mat, and we're going to learn some more about this cut mat here in a few minutes. But basically, when you go to feed your vinyl through here to cut, it goes on this cut mat, and this cut mat happens to be 12 by 12. So the 12 by 12 sheets to me are going to be a lot better option. They won't be rolled up, they'll be flat. I won't have to really cut them into pieces like this vinyl sheet. It's long, there's a lot there, and you got to cut it up. So there's just a couple less steps if I can just buy 12 by 12 sheets. And I'll put links to all that stuff below, and in case you're interested in any of it. Alright, so now we've got all that out of the way, let's get down to the software, and I'll show you how to make some stickers. Alright, so here we are. We're inside the Silhouette Studio. This is software that you get with your Silhouette cutter. So the first thing you're going to notice is this area here. This is your cutting mat that I showed you earlier. You have your arrow at the top, just like on your mat, to help you orientate where you're going to put your piece. Now keep in mind, this is a 12 by 12 square realistically, just like your cutting mat. Some of the vinyl you get may not be 12 by 12. That's why I said, I'm going to go with the sheets down the line. Right now I have the roll, and I think the roll is about 9 inches wide. So what you can do is you can go here, up here to view, and you can put show grid. And this will give you a grid so that you can measure out, where you're going to be and where your cuts are going to be. and you can kind of go from there. So we are going to load up an image. Let's go to open. We'll go to the Mandalorian logo, and there we go. And I think right now I want to probably keep this about this size. Let's see how we go. Yeah, I'll probably keep it about this size. But what's nice about this software, like I said, it's pretty easy to use. You can click on here, you can move it around, you can adjust sizes. You can make it bigger, you can make it smaller. You can just copy and paste like so. And if you really wanted to, you can really fill this up. You could fill up this whole sheet and then go from there. You can make, like I said, stencils for your painting. If you get some of the outdoor vinyl, you can do decals for your car. I've seen some people, like on Pinterest and things like that, they have a decal business. You can order custom decals. This is basically, in a nutshell, how they do it. So before we're doing, I think I'm going to just cut one image, just kind of make it easier for us here. So just line it up where you want it, and we'll do this. This will be about 6 by 7. It's not too bad of a size. We could stick it to something. So, anyways, there you go. That's our image. That's what we're going to do with it. So then we're going to go over here to this side. You're going to have this little thing here. So we're going to select the trace area. So go here and we will drag. Boom. There's a trace area. So basically, this yellow, the way I do this is this yellow is where you want to be, as far as this is what you're going to leave on there. This is what you're going to cut around. You're going to cut around the yellow. So you can make adjustments with that if you want to. I'm happy with where it's at right now. So I'm going to click on trace. There we go. Now you can take this away. Let me switch this view here. So there's your image. That's what's going to cut on your vinyl. You can move this off. I mean, you can put more of these on here if you wanted to, and do the same thing, however you want to do it. But in a nutshell, I mean, that's what you got. I mean, so we're going to set up, and we're gonna cut this out and show you what it looks like. All right, guys. So here we are. We're set up. We're ready to go. So what you're going to end up doing first, you're going to take your cutting mat, like what I showed you before, and you have on here a piece of paper, because your mat's got a sticky part, and it's also got a grid, like I had mentioned earlier. What's really cool about this is you can use this to line up your vinyl. That's why I said, moving to 12 by 12 sheets is going to, in the long run, be a lot better for me. What you can do is just take a piece of vinyl, kind of match it up. It'll stick to that. You want to make sure that piece of paper that comes with this you kind of keep, because if you want to keep this sticky, you'll need it. So you can put it back on afterwards. But you just kind of mount it something like this, and I'll line this up a little bit better here. Like I said, it peels on and off. There we go. It's nice and good. Very good. Okay. So we'll turn this on. And like I said, you're going to have a little LED display. So you're going to have your arrow here, and you're going to have some arrows down here. the edge of your cutting tool is going to go to the edge of this arrow here, and the front arrow is going to be facing forward. You're going to kind of hold it there for a second. Then you're going to press low. There. Now you're good to go. So we're going to go back to our software here in a second, and we're going to send the image over and start cutting. Alright, so we are back in our software. You have your image over here. We're going to start this cutting process. So come up to the corner. You're going to click on this send over here. You're going to see your image. Looks nice and clean. Over here, you're going to have options for each of your tools. Now, there's different cutting blades you can get. The blade I currently have in there is an auto blade, so it'll auto adjust. So far, I haven't had any issues with this. Some people say that they have. You can also get a manual blade that you can adjust the settings, the depth, the speed, the force. So far, I've been keeping on a speed of 5, force of 10, with one pass. We have it set to cut. Let's see, it looks like that's the only option I have so far. Oh, the sketch. But anyways, set to cut, and I've selected matte vinyl. So once all that is dialed in, you can come down to the bottom, and you can send this. So we'll click on send, and then we'll watch the magic happen. Then after your design is cut out, you'll click on load over here, and it pops out. Now you probably can't see much of that. You kind of see the outline of it. We're going to get this off of here, and we're going to work on peeling it and go from there. Just nice and smooth. Just take that off. Look at that. That's simple. Now, one of the things you're going to want to do, like I said, this is tacky, so want to make sure you replace this, and then we're ready to clean up our design and transfer it to something. We'll see how we did. Alright, so we have our image here. Got a couple bubbles, but that's easy to fix. For the most part, you just want to kind of get an angle and do like this. It's nice and gentle. It's kind of depending on how complex of a design you do, it may not be this easy to peel off. The more complex you get, obviously, the more time you're going to take to get this off here. One of the first vinyl designs that I did, or attempted to do, I should say, because I ended up going a different route after the fact, was very, very complicated, and I got really frustrated because there's a lot of little pieces. So that's something you want to keep in mind. So you can use your squeegee here and just kind of get some of the bubbles out, get it nice and clean. Now some more settings in the software that I didn't go over because I'm still trying to get used to some of the settings myself, where you can actually work on cleaning up some of the lines, you know, making these even smoother than what they are now. But like I said, this is pretty cool. So now we're going to have to get to the point of the transfer. How are we going to transfer this onto an item? Well, that's pretty simple. There's a couple things you can do. What I'm going to use is this. This is a roll of transfer paper. This is basically another sticker. You cut out a section, you peel it off, and you put it on here, and then you can peel this off and be able to adhere it to something. well, the route I'm going to probably use going down the road is just some of this frog tape. I've seen some people that will use this frog tape and they'll lay it out in strips, you know, across your image here. And then once you do that, you can peel it up and then put it on something and then peel the frog tape off. And, you know, your image is there and it's perfect. So let's go ahead and we'll cut out some of this transfer tape and go from there. Give this a good go, and as you can see, you can kind of see through this some. So that's pretty nifty. So let's just go with, we'll go to here. I love the fact that this is lined. We'll cut out this. Peel this back. It's a little tough. Stuff sticks pretty good. Perfect. So, take this and kind of line it up. Like I said, you can kind of see through it. Rub that on there. Like I said, you can do this with frog tape. The biggest reason I'm using this transfer paper right now is it came with the printer, or the cutter, I'm sorry. You know, so I got it, might as well play with it. But I mean, it's an expense you can save on if you want to use the tape. And like I said, if you were looking into doing some kind of business for making stencils and things for cars, you know, that would be, I would see where you'd want to use something like this a little more professional. So that peels off and we're ready to stick it to something. Let's go ahead and find something to stick it to. So I have opted in this case to use the Cameo. So got a nice surface here. We'll go ahead and we'll center the, oops. It was a little sticky there. So we'll go ahead, we'll get that on there. Use our tool here. Like I said, this will be kind of neat. I mean, the Cameo is kind of a not really my favorite color scheme here, so this will kind of personalize it, dress it up a little bit for me. You'll peel back. Again, like I said, you can make decals and stuff for cars and things like that, and that's what's kind of neat about the vinyl. There we go. I now have a pretty pimpin' silhouette there, huh? So you can use this, and just like if you were doing a screen protector or anything else, you can go ahead and work these bubbles out if you have any, and go from there. So guys, if you like this video, please like it and subscribe, and tell your friends. Like I said, let's take a journey together with technology and PC mods and things of that nature, and it'll be fun. Again, it's Lewis, MindMeld Tech. Like and share, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.